wasn't being in use for him to
Right.
tip his.
It's a very nice garage.
Yeah, it was a
Certainly.
unique garage for that.
And
but,
warm as well, so that's useful.
Well, you touched on in that video, Andy, that you're
Yeah.
raising money for Maggie. So
Yeah, that's right.
let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
How much you've raised and what you're doing to raise money.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much I do a tour of duty, as I call it, which basically involves me going to most of the seafront cafes and so on, and then people just, pop money in and so on. But I've also had organised by somebody else a foot golf.
I think we've got a
event.
VT of that. Should we
Yeah,
quickly go to it?
yeah, sure. This is me starting the foot golf.
Brilliant. Let's take a look.
Yes, the front is Ashland.
Brilliant.
And then there's another one which is in the pub later, on the inside the pub. They hand me a puppy. It's like the cutest thing you've ever seen.
Brilliant. Alex, now tell us, where did that idea come from? Because I mean,
Yeah, well, if it's a stupid idea and crazy, then you can bet it's my idea.
so what was the event for and how much did you raise for that?
Yeah, well, actually, that was the idea itself was, in fact, by Adam Jones, who runs Jones's Bar in Mumbles.
Yeah.
And he came up with the idea of supporting Maggie's by doing a foot golf competition. And so what we did was about 40 of them played foot golf against each other and then went back to his bar to have a sort of a barbecue type thing on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And I started off the game, as you saw, and I used basically that large tee that propped the football up. But what allowed me to hit it was I had a really enormous and extremely heavy strap-on cast iron weight at the front,
Yeah.
and that allowed me to bash the ball.
Brilliant.
And
Wow.
I had an air horn, as you heard, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I hit the ball for the first time and did the air horn at the same time.
Excellent.
So I think
Wow.
we raised. I haven't finished collecting the money, but I think it's around about the £1,000 mark.
Wow.
And
Excellent.
before that, so the total, the answer to your question is a total of about £17,000.
Wow, that's phenomenal. That's really, really. And just going back to that, how was it off road? It looks a bit.
Yeah, it's all right actually. It's
Yeah.
it's fine. It's in fact that golf course is smoother than you think because basically it's sand and then a relatively thin layer of grass over it. So
Tell us about your land speed record. You're hoping to do in Pendine, isn't it?
yeah,
So,
that's right. And I can officially announce that
We have an exclusive. And,
this is an exclusive. Yeah, I can officially announce that Captain Beanie, after lengthy discussions earlier in the green room,
Yeah.
has agreed that he will, in fact, be the flag waver starting me and my attempt at increasing the world land speed record for an
Fantastic.
electric bicycle on Pendine Sands at some unknown time because we can't have any wind.
Yeah.
Ironically, considering it's Captain B. Perhaps when he turns up. Yeah, so he's going to start it, and that will be my attempt to increase the world land speed record for an electric bike by 50% to 125 miles an hour. And he'll be
Wow.
there,
That's brilliant.
attired in his highly compatible
Yeah.
orange garb.
Yeah, brilliant.
It's
That's
gonna be better.
excellent. So again, going back to, we don't know when that is. and you don't
No,
know
I mean,
when
the problem with it is there can't be any wind because TDM is extremely light.
Yes,
So any kind of side winds or any winds at all wouldn't be good, I think.
Now, and of course, mentioning that you can't have wind, we don't want any more accidents, because last time, Henry, that you were on the show, of course, we showed
Yeah,
that dreadful
Yeah.
accident. But
I-
I'm
I-
glad to say you're fully recovered from
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's fine.
recovered. I mean, it wasn't a big deal, but I'm fine, yeah. And the only thing that's happened is the chain that you saw that came off, but I fixed that in my fabulous new garage. And so that's all been good, really, yes.
Brilliant. We must talk about your
Yeah.
ring, mentioning the ring you have.
Yes.
There's a story regarding that, isn't it? So tell us something.
Yeah, there is. I mean, basically, I've been